Okay, part two. And then I'll make part three my story. So, part two, now that I broke down the characteristics of feminine heterosexual feminine heterosexuality, effeminacy, and bisexuality, um, I want to talk about the dark side and some of the negative biases that I've received um, from going to a traditional heterosexual masculine man to um, being groomed um, into metrosexuality from my mom, um, and then discovering that later on I was a feminine heterosexual. I was a I was a I was I was an effeminate that was heterosexual. Okay, excuse me. Okay, darn milk. Okay, okay. All right. So the dark side for us as feminine heterosexual males, um um the first bias that I get is that we can't be manly and fatherly, um just like your average traditional masculine heterosexual male. um I want to say to the women that first of all, there's no such thing as man. Okay, this is just a shell, cells, water, flesh, and organs. Okay, because eternally, we are soul, spirit, and cosmic energy. Okay, we are we are energetic light. There's no such thing as male or female. We are we are eternally and internally spiritual, cosmic light beings. Okay, so a lot of us chose to be male and female because we made a agreement with the outer world, um for us to become men and women. And I want to say this may not be everybody's um personal belief, but I strongly believe it because I see it as fact. The all of the earth and all of the planets were created by a woman. Okay, man was just the participant. Okay, in the idea of intelligence, giving things letters, um, you know, and everything else was feminine energy. The strength, the ability to feel, that sort of thing. Okay. All right. So now to the meat and potatoes. Um, I've I've heard things from women that um don't understand me or who don't care to understand me say that I need a full masculine man to be with me. I can't accept a man who's feminine. Um, that's the first bias that I've heard. Um, the second thing is, um, they most heterosexual women think we're gay, just because, just simply because we act flamboyant. So in their minds, heterosexual women, um, they have a very narrow-minded view of looking at um, sexuality as a whole, and I'm looking at it from a metaphysical and esoteric point of view, and and the majority of women can't understand it, um, and they choose not to accept it because it's not their reality. They want they want traditional masculine men, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm not saying you have to accept me, but at least accept the fact that have I have unlimited free will to express myself how I want to. You have no control over my soul and my spirit. Okay? You and I know the fourth bias would be, well, you can't be heterosexual and feminine at the same time. Okay? Let me tell you something, because I spoke about it in a previous video before, and I'm going to say it again. You know, when when a very masculine man thinks he's all tough and gangster and G and shit, trust me, e- every everybody has a feminine side. Okay, everybody does. It's it's just gonna come out more in, but from the heterosexual woman's mind, it's gonna come out more from the woman than it does the male, because from their mind and from their point of view, it's natural. I I tell you this to say this. It's 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 just as much as natural for men who may be heterosexual to express their full feminine side. However, this does not disqualify the fact that we should also think like heterosexuals, because for some women and men, they can tend to use our flamboyancy as a means to make us weak. That's why we have to act masculine. We have to talk masculine. We have to think masculine. Okay? It 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 doesn't mean that it makes us comfortable. All right? We're not from here. We are from the planet Venus. Okay? That's not where we are originally from a planetary point of view, but we are excuse me, we are we are also from other planets like Mars, Uranus. Uranus is another feminine planet from the galactic information that I've gathered from my guides. Okay? And as far as physical history, feminine heterosexuality started in ancient Kemet. Okay? Same goes for homosexuality. That came out of Kemet too, as well as traditional heterosexuality. That came out of Kemet. I look, just like the Egyptians didn't care about debates and all that, I don't care about debates, because back then the Egyptians felt that debates at that time, it was very irrelevant. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what was what. Okay, socially and morally, you don't have to accept homosexuals, having sex with each other. And forgive me for being graphic, but you don't have to accept homosexuals doing each other in the ass. Okay, you don't have to accept that, but at least accept from a spiritual level, or the metaphysical, I should say, that they do have a spiritual, um, divinative purpose here. Okay, and it will always be here as long as this earth is functioning, and present and manifesting. Okay, um, for us feminine heterosexuals, when we are labeled as gay by the heterosexual society, and even some homos will do it. But like I said, when we feminine heterosexuals are labeled as gay, um, some of us tend to defend ourselves. Some of us, you know, some of us, you know, drop who drop. Some of us drop our true potential, and we end up going fully heterosexual because we're afraid of, sacrificing and bringing certain people out of our lives. Um, 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 and the the third part of this dark side is the simple fact that some of us even commit suicide because feminine heterosexual women and some men just choose not to accept, they choose not to embrace and overstand and understand that feminine heterosexuality is present. Um, my thing is, I wish this hadn't have happened. I wish it wouldn't happen. And for those who are feminine and straight, I can tell you, stand strong. Okay, be strong. Don't pull that knife to your chest. Okay, don't do it, because you were put here for a purpose. I read in this book that I'm reading. It says that, you know a lot of people do what they do is because they want to follow behind other people. And if somebody doesn't like you for your size or appearance or creativity, what the ancient ancestors and God is putting you, what the ancient ancestors and the God is put inside of you is for you. And if no one likes them, and if no one likes it, then you shouldn't give them permission to influence you into being who you are not. Okay, I'm gonna make another video, and I'm going to encourage those who are feminine heterosexuals only. All right, I love you, Hotapu, and blessings.